And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
95-56.
Four down.
Where's that?
Kill. 43's the mic. 43. Get him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hatch it.
Kill.
Check.
Pull down. Got it.
Hey, Mo.
36.
And they'll run it here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
12.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Ready. We ready?
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Even. 4 down. Even.
12.
43's the mic. Check.
Ready, let's check.
The throw, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Double tight. 4 down.
Come on, let's go.
Tevin Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That's a really
That's what I'm
alert
talking
defense
about.
there because they saw the heavy
Nice
look
play,
come
baby,
in
nice
from the
play.
offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and
4 down,
13 after
down.
the first
Let's
down
go.
run goes
What?
backwards.
90. What? 90.
59.
Hut.
Throw on 2nd down, Warner. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Good work, D.
Pressure, and that's
how we
certainly going to
ball,
be a
fellas.
key to this
Keep
game
playing
going
hard.
forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that
Tight
means
end
they'll need to
right,
come
boys,
up
tight
with
end
something here
Ohio.
on 3rd down.
Ohio.
In trouble here, and down he goes.
keep
Back
starting
at the
franchise.
8-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over.
5-8, 5-8.
Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is
Ready.
can you gain
Ready.
an advantage in field position? And
Ready,
that's
son.
what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they're
Ready, what's
seeking
up?
an advantage here on this one. On the carry, this is Scott. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the
Here they come,
outside,
here they come,
trying to
here they
get to
come.
the
Hot, hot, hot,
perimeter,
hot.
but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the
yourself,
game
baby.
moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, got him! Got him! 4 down. Got it! Motion, motion, motion. Under. Watch twist. Watch twist. Ready, set. Ready, set.
Game here with the running back. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Hey, break it down,
On
fellas.
3rd
Break it
down,
down.
a nickel formation here defensively. Here comes and one, and now Breeze. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see. The punter feels pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Ohio!
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose
kill.
the field
Turn
position
up.
battle as
Kill,
a general
kill,
rule.
turn up.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
7's in my
Get a couple of first downs. Flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Comes the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be
come on
2nd
now.
down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still
Good
having your
job, good
linebackers
job.
set the edge.
Too easy, too easy.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All day, every day.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got tight right, tight right.
Ohio. Ohio.
4 down.
Hut.
On 2nd down, Warner. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a
I'm coming
Cardinal
back.
was able to
I'm
gain
coming
possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away
Ohio!
from him.
Ohio!
In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Hut.
Warner. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And they caught inside the 35.
Boom. Big hits all day.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Good stop. Good stop.
Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking to throw on second down. Warner, this one complete to Gresham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, so to speak.
Coleman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ohio! Ohio! Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Throw on second down. Warner. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on third and long. Warner. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sideline.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Here we go. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football.
12. Left. Strong left. Strong left. Ready. We waiting. Hey. 4 down. 43 is the mic. 43.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one, they help force another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second
21,
down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
We got 4.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a
Here we
reaction
go.
game. And
12,
they reacted
12.
poorly on that one.
And a penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Ready. Yellow weighty.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Wait, shot.
Watch 54. Watch.
Ready for shot.
The throw is made. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's got a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw again. Warner. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Come on, let's go.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
Ohio!
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun on 3rd down. Warner. And he's got Gresham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Hey! 49. Check 49.
Coleman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch tight end.
Ohio!
4 down. Check. 4.
Ohio!
Watch 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Warner. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flex round!
To throw, Warner. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throws it to Coleman.
Here we go, D.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Crash.
Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year.
Touchdown, baby.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Give me the bell.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something that the team anticipated in practicing throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
4 down. 40
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
They're coming.
A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints will strike quickly for 6. And it's up and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Flex round.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ohio. Shift.
Out again, here's Warner. And the pressure gets to him again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're almost disappointed in their work.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
All day, every day.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Blitz.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Warren. Going underneath. It's Coleman. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just send it out to the runner, get him out in the flush, and let him have a chance to get up in this open field.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run over Targill T.J. Logan, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Double tight.
4 down.
Ohio.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Yeah, baby.
Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend the lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Ready. Yellow weighty. 4 down.
To the end here for the INT on the last drive. And Josh Hill has it.
3 down.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Tight ends on the ready.
He's now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
We got 4.
Flex round.
47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
He wasn't ready.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in cover, running away with underneath. And when you catch it just right, we just saw
6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Take the edge. Come.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Hey, pick your game up.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Flex round! Flex round!
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 30. And his kick is right. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Four down.
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out.
Flex round!
But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Hey.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Motion.
The open man is Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Mike's 59.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on
Flex
task,
round! Flex
to follow
round!
up your assignment, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Watch the run.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Yeah, baby.
As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Warner to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeremiah Tauchu coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Under. Ready. Yellow weighty. Mike's 43.
Hey, two.
Watch the run.
Ready, watch out.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know you feel that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, four down.
Ready. Yellow weighty.
43 is a Mike. 43 is a Mike.
Ready, watch out.
Now Breeze on third down. Hard throw, incomplete. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Yeah, baby.
Double tight. Double tight.
Running in with Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Ohio.
Tight. Watch tight. Tight end right.
He's taken down here by the Saints. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand for this week after week.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Dorsett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Switch.
21. 43 is the mic, boy. 21. Check. 43.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Ready, watch out.
He's standing on second down. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver perspective.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out now come the Cardinals. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run it here with Logan. Big hold of the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. And ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Flex round!
Tight right here. Tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Action here on first down. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. Alex Anzalone coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
All day, baby.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Warner. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they got their way with it.
50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. The Saints coming out now to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down.
3 down.
This might push him back further. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.